Hello, poopsies, and thank you for joining today for this candle wax reading. Today I have a lot of stuff around me for a reason. I'm going to be giving a candle reading for the winter season, December 21st through March 21st, that time range approximately. Whenever the winter solstice begins and ends in the northern hemisphere or in your hemisphere, why not? Just that time period. So I have a lot of stuff that reminds me of the winter season. I'm going to put that energy into this candle and then read the candle reading and see what's going on with you. Anything we need to know right now. If you'd like to book your own candle wax reading, you can simply go on my website, tonybomboni.com. I offer 15 minutes and 30-minute candle readings. So I have many different colors to choose from. Right now in stock I have white, blue, orange, purple, green, yellow, pink, forest green, and red. So, so you can request any color you'd like. Today I'm going to be using white because it reminds me of snow and the cold. So that's going to be the beeswax candle I'm using. I'm going to sprinkle in some pine needles because during the winter season, typically pine needles fall from the pine trees where I live. So we're going to be adding that. I'm going to be breaking some and putting it. So it's kind of like a witchy way of channeling, like a witch's brew or a witch's potion for the winter season. Okay, be sticking that in there. Then I have a bunch of tinder, like dry grass, because the grass gets really dry and burned outside from a lack of rain. So I'll put that in there, cast my intention for the winter season while I'm putting these things in there. Dry branches to represent the lack of life during the winter season. Dry dead leaves falling off the trees. Okay. Cast all that energy in there. A lot of times I see these beautiful red leaves coming from the trees. Putting those beautiful colors in there. And some dried plants. Casting all that winter energy in there. Dry ferns from a lack of water. All that wintry energy to go in there in the bowl. And then I'm getting some nutmeg because that always reminds me of the holiday season. Sprinkling some nutmeg in there. So my potion is all ready. I'm going to go ahead and light up some sage now and cleanse the energies of any past readings I've done. Asking Spirit, World, God, Universe to protect my mind, thoughts, feelings, and emotions during this period of time while doing this reading from my poopsies for the winter season. Protect my mind, thoughts, feelings, emotions. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, God, Universe, for opening the portals to connect with the wintry season now. Tapping into the inner depths of the winter time period to see what is going on. What do we need to know right now for this wintry era in our lives? Thank you for coming through. Thank you for allowing me to be an open channel, an open vessel for this reading messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's going on What do we need to know about winter now? For my dear Poopsie Angels subscribers watching at home. So you have a lot of energy. Something's gonna definitely propel you forward. There's a lot of ideas you get. A lot of ideas all of a sudden out of nowhere. It's like you're just gonna be inspired. You'll know exactly what to do. That's sort of what I'm getting here through this energy. And friendships are going to be formed solid even into this month, into January. It's like, it's just a good time to make and keep friends. You're concerned, you're worried about some stuff, but don't let it get you down too much. I feel like there's a lot of changes coming in your life, but, you know, rest your mind is what I hear. Rest your mind. You've been too worried all year. Some of you feeling a lot more anxiety than usual. You may be medicated because of it. You may be suppressing some of your emotions and feelings because of it. Because all you're worried or focused on is the anxiety, but you're not really worried or focused on what else you're feeling or experiencing. You know, you're making it your dominant focus. You're amplifying that feeling. I see a cabin. I almost see like a cabin in the woods. Maybe there's summer vacation there. Or it's like you find comfort or a place of peace and retreat. It's not lakeside though. It's like in the woods. It feels deep in the woods. It doesn't feel anywhere mountainous either. Usually cabins are in mountains, but maybe it's more low-lying mountain or flat where you are. Or where you're going to be. I see blessings in February. Unexpected blessings bestowed upon you. But you might overwhelm yourself. You might not even feel like you deserve these rewards or blessings. So you might get kind of caught up in that and carried away with like, you know, did I really even deserve this to begin with? Is this really something meant for me? You know? It might be in the form of an inheritance as well. Like, why did they leave me so much? I don't need this much. Or I don't want this. I don't know what to do with it. Or, you know, it might be some of that guilt. On the other end of it, there might be some jealousy from someone else. Like, oh, why did she get that much and I didn't? You know? So I am seeing someone passing here, though. I really am. I mean, it's very common in the winter. It's the time of death, so it's giving February, like January, late January. Maybe like there's like I hear like someone's sick. It's a woman. It's a grandmother or great-grandmother. Not you. It's someone you know, though. Or it could be like a friend's grandma. You hear like, oh my God, they passed away. You know, stuff like that. It's not. It doesn't feel too close, too personal. But I see death in the spirit here, and it will come in 3s, even 4s. It will happen if you're in like a week. It's gonna be so quick, like that. You know, it's like they catch the flu and then they die a week later. Something like that, allegedly. God forbid, but you know, this is what I sense and see. Just know it's all a part of cycle of life. We all come, we all go. Just like the leaves on the trees, isn't it not? But I see some life to it still. I see some like life force. Like, I don't know, it's like she's always there with you, or, you know, her presence is always strong somehow. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be ever like a permanent death or something like that. I would watch and take care of your health. Make like hearty stews full of vitamins, like vegetable stews to get those vitamin levels up. You know, bone broth. Like, this is the perfect time to do this. Also, I'm hearing something about the full moon lately. There's something with the moon in the spirit realm lately, especially this coming moon, but also moon's coming soon. There might be something extraordinary or special about the moon, the next or the next or the next full moon, right? Like, oh, this has never happened, or something like that. I see a lot of like dirty snow, like dirt, like sludge. Like, it might be a messy winter. It might be a lot of cleaning up for a lot of states, a lot of countries. It might be just like sludge. Like, the snow is like dirty. I don't know why. There's something about the snow that's not quite clean. I wouldn't eat it. It feels very polluted. A lot of you are trying to get in shape, but, you know, like, winter is not much of a motivation. No one can physically see your body, you know, during that time. You know, you're not going to the beach, the pool. What's the point, right? You're just doing it for one person, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's you. But, you know, don't ever make that the motive. Like, you should be, I'm not saying you should be working on yourself all year long, but, like, you know, what's with the trend of only doing it for the summer, you know? You might maybe realize this and then start to get in shape in the winter too. So I would definitely do that. This will be good for you and your physical health, so you feel good. I feel like a lot of people who are suffering with depression, this is going to uplift. It feels like a good energy, and spontaneously, it's like it just suddenly one day, it's like you wake up and it's like, oh, I don't really feel this way anymore. But you might not recognize at first because you're going to be so used to feeling a certain way every day that you're just waking up expecting to feel that way. And I think that expectation is what continues to make you feel that way until you realize, oh, I actually don't feel this way anymore. You know? That makes sense. So, a lot of knowledge. I feel like you learn a lot, and even if you're in like college, you're picking up a lot. January, February, you are educating yourself to. You're advancing more in your studies. Like, you're picking up more. I can't explain it. It's like you're motivated to do more too. This might be an active winter for a lot of people. It's like, I don't think people are going to be much in a hibernatory mode. In March, I'm seeing, I like just like continuous energy burst, continuous eruption of these passionate energies. It's like you're literally going to just spring forward with ideas. And yeah, there's a friend. There's something with a friend like you really like their company. You crave their presence. You almost have a crush on this like new friend in March. There's a guy. Okay. I don't know why the candle stopped. In this case, normally I stop the reading. If it's a private reading, this is a public reading. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep going. But there's a guy you really like, or, you know, if you're a guy, the girl likes you, or, you know, whoever gender you're into. And And it's like, there's this handsome male, and it's like, maybe kind of tall, maybe like 5'10", 11. And like, I'm seeing them wear like sneakers and like long pants. I don't know, I guess because it's winter. But like, it's like you just like can't stop thinking about this person. Or this like girl can't stop thinking about this guy, and it's just like a friendship turning into possible romance, but it's like a sadness with it, because you can never be with them, because either they're already in a relationship or they're just not really showing interest like you like that. Or it could be a girl into a gay man, and they don't realize they're even gay. So yeah, so this just gives like a sad vibe, like a very sad situation, because you really want to be with them. You enjoy their company, their presence, and their appearance, but you can't be with this person. And I think this kind of for some, it could re-trigger some of that, depressed state. So a lot of times people get depressed because of love. It's really true. Like, love doesn't work out, man. What's the point of living, right? Like, that's kind of the state a lot of people tend to find themselves in, whether they admit it or not. So let's continue. It's going to be hard for you this winter in some ways only, but other ways it's going to be easy. I don't know how to explain that better. I see you even trying a variety of foods and taking more different kind of stuff in your physical vessel. This will be a good time to do so. I feel like, again, you need like a lot of vegetables, like root vegetables. I think this winter, for the first time I'm seeing, like, you shouldn't be eating like hearty, like hard meals. It's supposed to be like light, like filling, like a lot of vegetables, like light, but like still hard. Like, how do I explain? Like, if you're gonna put celery in the stew, put like carrots, onions, garlic, add variety, like add a multitude, like, if you're gonna have like a salad, put like artichokes, beets, I don't know, bok choy or something, like mix, you know what I'm saying? Like mix. I know that's not a salad type of veggie. Like I'm talking stew still. Like make it like hearty, like mix and put a lot of different colors, variety, so it ends up very filling for you. And you might have to eat more frequently this winter, but make it like a lot of vegetables. That's what I'm kind of seeing here. I'm also going to add blue. So I'm not done with the reading. This was very short. I'm adding blue. It's a bonus. Because blue reminds me of the dark night, starry night sky in the winter. You know how it's cold outside and you see more stars? Less light pollution. So we're adding that layer of darkness. See what else is going on December 21st through March 21st, this winter season. What else do my poopsies need to know right now? This winter season, what do my poopsie subscribers need to know right now? Thank you for coming through, Spirit. Leading, guiding, assisting to deliver these messages for this winter season for my poopsies. Starting something anew, but it's not really new. It's like you've worked on this project before. You're just revamping it. You're remodeling this place, or, you're coming up with a new way to target this channeled creative idea or energy, right? it's something like from like anywhere between 1 and 5 years ago, and now you're resuscitating it, bringing it back to life. A lot of you are having like children now entering school for the first time, kindergarten, pre-K, first grade energy, right? Mostly kindergarten. And I feel like a little bit of nervousness with parents. I don't know why. I'm getting like a collective nervous energy. About the schools. Something with a school, or I don't know if it's something like, I almost see hands, like, you know how kids, like, hands get everywhere and that's why they get sick and they get everyone sick around them. They're very germy, right? So there's something spreading or something going around, like it's making you nervous. Or I almost see like a child, maybe a deficiency in some sort, or immune system compromised, or a diagnosis, and it's like, oh, I'm nervous to put them in this school environment with all these touching hands because of their immunity or something like that, you know? And I feel like the teachers don't even know what to do. It's like, I've seen this energy before and it's coming back again. I've seen this before, something affecting the kids, and it's making me nervous every time. It makes me very emotional and sad. I fear this might be the case into the coming 2026 winter season. There could be something in the spirit with a spreading illness, allegedly, involving little ones, right? You may need to pray a lot during this time for those things you ask for, because there's a lot of people praying right now, okay? So you might need to pray a little extra, you know, really put that energy out there, because there's so much energy is coming from the earth into the angelic realms above. So, you know, make sure your voice is heard. It's like, you know, many people applying for a certain job, and you know, if you want your voice to be seen and heard, your application to be seen, you got to call back and say, hey, did you get my application? You know, just double check with them. That's the same with prayer, you know. It's like kind of like, you know, I don't believe any prayer ever goes unanswered, but, you know, just to be safe, you just want to, you know, pray more. Especially things you want, like that house you really want, or that car you want. It's almost like a matter of something that you really want, but you're worried someone else is going to snatch it or take it before you. Yeah, so pray extra hard for those things. It will come. I almost feel like something could be like a missed opportunity, and then like it shows up better next time around. It's like, oh, you had to miss that chance to get that thing because you're meant to get something even better in like by the summertime. I hear like summertime. Maybe late spring into early summer, but you're not meant to get it now in the winter because it's not the best thing for you. The best thing for you is in a few more months, but you're not necessarily knowing that now. You know how some people are only meant to be in your life for a season? This is the case for you as well. There's one person, I think it's this guy you're crushing on, or you being crushed on. Oh my God, I feel like they almost get you flowers. I see roses here. I literally see roses. Yeah. And it like makes them so awkward or uncomfortable. It makes you so awkward and uncomfortable because you only see them as a friend, or they only see you as a friend, whoever you are. It's like the friendship only lasts that season because of the awkwardness of like, oh, now I know they like me, and it's like, oh, it's so awkward. So again, I'm talking about the guy here. The guy is being crushed on. So if you're the woman, you're crushing on the guy. If you're the guy, you're getting crushed on, and you're gonna feel awkward. Okay? So yeah, this is very peculiar here. But I see a lot of people like continuing their education, continuing schooling, realizing their degree doesn't mean anything, and they want more, right? They want more education. It's a competitive job market. Isn't the job market tits up right now? Like, it's horrible, isn't it? So yeah, there's a lot of this, like, there's 4 people. I don't know if you have to go for like a 3rd or 4th interview, or there's like 4 people competing with you for this career. And this is a career. I mean, they may pay like, you know, half the salary you're used to, because that's what they're doing now. But, you know, you want this. you need the money, so you're gonna like fight like hell for it. And I think you have a high probability of getting this. I think it's so tight though. It's almost like it's so tight, it's so close of a tie with you and someone else that like they just hire you both because they realize they're not sure, and you both are so good, you both meet the qualifications they're looking and expecting, so they take the risk, take the plunge, and hire you both. I almost feel like that's the case, and you guys get along fairly well, right? Fairly well. Even though it's competitive, it's a competition. I almost feel like one is a Taurus, one is a Libra. I see someone drowning. Be careful of swimming pools. Be careful of lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, or ice. Someone falling through ice and getting caught in under the ice. Be careful. I see someone drowned. Like it's almost like you stay somewhere and then, no, it's more like you live somewhere like by a lake that's like frozen over, and then someone falls through ice and dies. So like again, the energy of death coming through here to remind us like winter. You know, back in the old ancient times, right? If you didn't hunt enough meat to get through the winter, that was your death sentence. You knew it was going to be your time. But nowadays, it still shows up in that way. The Grim Reaper comes during the winter a lot more. Because the energy is a lower vibration, there's less life. It's, dead. It's dense. Cold, they like that, like dementors, right? But it still comes in another way, like freak accidents, or people slipping through ice and cracking, busting their head open. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid, but I'm saying, like, not to be extreme hierographic, but like, it comes through not in the way of, oh, you didn't get enough meat for the winter. It comes in another way. That's all I can explain it to you, okay? So the Grim Reaper's really, really here, saying like, I've come to collect, allegedly. That's all a cycle of life. We all come, we all go, But don't freak out about it. But there's definitely this energy of like, this was long overdue. Like, I've come to collect, that there's something here. It almost feels kind of like, I don't know, it almost feels like karma, like the devil came to collect, like someone like really sold their soul here, and now they have to pay the price, or like they really like messed up, like they were like messed over a lot of people's lives. Like I almost see like a wealthy man, and they really are just like so toxic, like no one knows they are, but their actions and behaviors are, when it comes to how they use their wealth. Now they have to pay the price, hefty price. So you might hear about like a huge like celebrity passing away or something like that, or like someone who's like really wealthy and manages a lot of companies or businesses. Like, it's not that the business goes tits up, they do, Yeah, and I hear heavy karma, heavy, like they will have to pay probably several lifetimes for what they did. Yeah, that's why it pays to do good. Pays to be a good person. Pays to heal yourself, work on your issues. And I think this might be a wake-up call for a lot of people to do that, to continue to do that, to strive to be the best person they can be for themselves. I see very like a giving, generous attitude here. I see like just a lot of people like struggling, but also like you just reaching out and helping them, All those who were able to save quite a bit of money during this last 5-6 years, you're going to be able to help a lot. Sorry, I didn't see the camera got cut off. I was saying, you just dig your nose in a book, in a magazine, whatever, a lot. TV, phone, screens, electronics. You're spending a lot of time inside, I see, but it's a good time to make friends. You might be stuck inside because of cold climate, snow, adverse weather, And so, but you could be texting your friends a lot, like for comfort, and so you feel less lonely during this winter. So yeah, I see a lot of people just in their houses, just kind of winter season is such a beautiful time period because it just really allows you to just reflect. Take a break for once. You've been busy and active the whole year, but you still want to be busy and active. That's the funny thing. It's like you're almost given all this energy. So that's your messages, poopsies. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check me out on TonyBomboni.com. Use coupon code Tony2 for 20% off. And book a candle reading with me. I rarely do these. I really want to do more of these for you. So sign up today, okay? Of course, I always offer other readings as well on there. Go check it out. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed this one. Take care.